What's up, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to the Cold Boot, where I look at new games and or DLC, and today's video is like 10 years in the making. This is Earth Defense Force 2 Invaders from Planet Space, the very first time Earth Defense Force 2 has been released in North America in English from XSEED Games, and I will tell you, I am a longtime fan of Earth Defense Force 2. I have the original PS2 release from 2005, and I have the PSP release from 2011. So this is my third time buying this game, and the first time in English. Super psyched about it. I still think this is the best Earth Defense Force game. So, we're going to hop in here and check it out. Now, looking at this stuff, or looking at the menus, makes it pretty clear that this is a up-res port of the PSP version. But thankfully, because the PSP only has that one analog stick, so the controls in the PSP version were not fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it runs on the Vita. I'm playing it on my PlayStation TV, one of the very few times I've actually had a chance to use this thing to capture video from, and playing with a PS4 controller. So, pretty psyched on that. This game came out in Japan in 2005 on PS2. It was part of the Simple 2000 series, meaning that it cost like 20 bucks. And I remember the internet, the forums I was on at the time were buzzing about it, saying this game is a hell of a lot of fun. So I was like, you know what? I had not imported very many games at that point. I was like, you know what? I imported like Katamari Damacy, and then I imported this game. And so I had a pretty good history there. The first couple of games that I imported had a pretty good history of being fucking amazing games. But yes, this is very much the same menu as the PSP version of the game. If you don't know what Earth Defense Force is, oh man, you are in for a treat. It is big arcade action. It is shooting them bugs. It is a hell of a fun time. We're gonna start here on normal, and play a stage or two. Because if you know what this is, if you already know what EDF is, go get you some EDF. They also put out today EDF 4.1 on the PS4. I don't have that quite yet, but that certainly will be in my mailbox shortly. But giant bugs. Help! So we're gonna skip that little bit of a cutscene there because I've seen it many times. Basically, the ants are eating people, and as the EDF, we must shoot the ants. It's the bugs. They're back. So your goal here, as you might expect, is to eliminate all of the giant insects in any given stage. There are spiders, there are ants, there are robots, there are Godzilla-type creatures that obviously aren't called Godzilla. Do I have anything besides the AS-18 right now? Doesn't seem like it. It is just very much a throwback game to when games were just fucking about big, dumb action. And it's got like 80-something stages, or actually, they added stages in the PSP one. I think the original PS2 release had like 72, I think it was like 72 or 73, and they added more stages past that. So I don't know if this has any more than that, but certainly there is a pretty good amount of content for this thing. It's like 30 bucks on the Vita. And if you don't have a Vita, which, I couldn't blame you at a certain point. For me, I've bought like 5 games for the Vita this year. It has been a hell of a year for me for the Vita. But if you don't have a Vita, certainly the PlayStation TV has been so goddamn cheap. I've seen it as low as 20 bucks. And granted, a lot of the Vita library does not work on this thing, but for the games that do, they are certainly worth checking out. Like Danganronpa, one of my top games last year, or, my top game last year. Also, Persona 4 The Golden works on the PS TV. So, there are reasons to get a PS TV. But certainly, at 20 bucks, how can you say no? For buying the little box, I spent 100 when that came out. I spent 100 bucks. That was not a good investment on my part. So when you finish stage, you get different weapons, you get upgrade on your armor, etc., etc. This game actually did add, above the PSP version, this game added a third class, which the Air Raider was in Earth Defense Force 4. So they added the Air Raider, or, well, It was Earth Defense Force 2025 was the original 360 and PS3 release of that game. I have, there are videos of that on this channel. Go watch those, I guess. I don't know. But let's see what we got here. No, I had a Goliath. What was the button? What was the button to change? Yeah, so basically there are about like 200 plus weapons in this game. So you'll find a lot of stuff to unlock. And I don't want to... yeah. I gotta find out what the actual... No, back out. Deploy. So we're gonna just do one more stage here. Because I can sit here and play this game all fucking day. But I don't have time for that. So, certainly, if you like just, you know, big dumb action games, this is one of those. So what is my... hold on. Let's reload. Alright. There we go. Rocket launcher, motherfuckers. This is the game when people say, "Oh, well, how come in a lot of games like say GTA or you know Saints Row or any number of open world games, when you use a rocket launcher, the buildings don't explode." Guess what? In this game, the buildings explode. You can just demolish entire stages with rocket launchers. It is one of my all-time favorite things to do. It is just come in here and wreck shop with rocket launchers. It is great. That is not how things work in the real world at all. And it is phenomenal. And fuck you, Ant. Fuck you, Ant. So they're too close. Explosions will hurt you, so you don't want to be too close when you're shooting off your rockets. I need to have a bit of a distance there. But I need that health pack. Get off me, Ant Corpse! Get off me, Ant Corpse! Jump! Jump! Got it. Alright. Sideways jumping ends up being super important in this game. Because you're going to have a lot of times where you're getting swarmed, you gotta run the fuck away from all of the insects trying to do you harm. And believe me, they want to do you harm. When you get onto the higher difficulties, when you get onto like Inferno, your squad mates, they die real quick. And when they die, all these ants, they want to eat your flesh. And that is problematic. But yes, Earth Defense Force 4.1 is out on the PS4 as well, and that is obviously a quote-unquote next-gen version of EDF 2025, which I liked it. I didn't think it was as good as 2. I didn't think it was as good as 2017, which is also 2017 also available on the Vita, but digital only in the US. So that is the unfortunate thing there, is that personally I like to have an actual copy, and Xseed was cool enough to put this out as an actual physical cartridge. So, no matter what happens in the future to Sony servers, this game will still be up, it'll still be playable, and I can still rock with some rockets, and that'll be great. And what just happened there? What just happened there? There it goes, okay. So, I can go back here and, settings? No. Oh, there we go, class. So, Pale Wing is the girl who flies, and Air Raider has different like vehicles that he can spawn, if I'm not mistaken. And each character has obviously a bunch of different weapons, and that is kind of how that works in this game. And it keeps track of your playtime. And if you want to go through all the all the different difficulties here, you're going to have a large amount of things to do, a large amount of playtime, and it is still one of my favorite games of all time. And I am so glad that Xseed brought it out here. I was starting to get worried. I was like, well, another release of EDF 2, not in English, and thankfully somebody picked it up so I can finally play through it in English. Not that you really need to have, you know, that much of a knowledge because you're just going out and shooting stuff, you know, but being able to know what weapons are what is kind of helpful, not just looking at numbers. Anyway, this has been the Cold Boot. This is Earth Defense Force 2 Invaders from Planet Space for the PlayStation Vita, also available to play on the PlayStation TV if you have one, and I know that not a lot of folks do. But for me, this continues to be the holiday season of the Vita. Since like August, I bought like 5 different games for the fucking Vita, and I'm not done yet. There's one more coming. Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, Cold Steel is out like in like 2 weeks, so looking forward to that. But never mind that shit. I am a Tax Slug. Go check out EDF. And I will see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.
Alright, man. We're about to go fight some gigantic motherfucking insects. We got General Snyder on the beat. Let's do this.
Blah, motherfucker, let me give you a taste. Hey, I'm killing you dudes, dude, I'm taking your base. Hey, 40-foot ass, man, they must waste. Hey, rocket launcher range, set your motherfucking face. Blah, blah, motherfucker, let me give you a taste. Hey, I'm killing you dudes, dude, I'm taking your base. Hey, 40-foot ass, man, they must waste. Hey, rocket launcher range, set your motherfucking face. Hey, roll in the town, AKs for squad. UFOs coming at us, they're gonna meet God. Dropping from paws, and it ain't no joke. So smoke 'em if you got 'em, it's time to provoke. Spiders in the net, bigger than a tank. About 40 or 50 going in point blank. And all I got on me, grenades in the shank. Plus some propane in, and just call me Hank. Well, who you gonna think? It's the EDF crew, popping cats in your boat. You know how we do, pair wing where you at, rock that jetpack. Your lasers on point, so commence the attack. We're taking heavy black, best get my back. Hand me that new 22 straight off the rack. I'm fighting for the fame, medals, plaques. I'm fighting for us with every ant had a crack. Blam, motherfucker, let me give you a taste. Hey, I'm killing you dudes, dude, I'm taking your base. Hey, 40-foot ass, man, they must waste. Hey, rocket launcher range, set your motherfucking face. Blam, blam, motherfucker, let me give you a taste. Hey, I'm killing you dudes, dude, I'm taking your base. Hey, 40-foot ass, man, they must waste. Wait, rocket launcher range, set your motherfucking face. It's like blam, blam, what you think I'm fucking around? God damn, all your beer kissing the ground. The building is safe when we're hitting your town. It's like, oh man, when you see your house going down into a million little pieces when I fire my jet. Gonna have to relax, I got a permit for that. I know the skyline looks a little bit flat, but if you'll excuse me, I got more bugs to splat. Oh shit, it's the spiders, watch out for the spray. The sticky, icky fluids, weapon and bukkake. 20 blasts later, I'm sending over my prey. Got my missile launcher, nobody that can stop me. Fucking awake to every monster movie cliche. From the towers into the streets of Bombay, making me chaos on the pump of the core. Sit back and relax, it's the Earth's Defense Force. Blam, motherfucker, let me give you a taste. Hey, I'm killing you dudes, dude, I'm taking your base. Hey, 40-foot ass, man, they must waste. Hey, rocket launcher range, set your motherfucking face.